To a good start this year. 3rd and 5. And Smith throws, and it's short. Incomplete. He had Kelsey, and you had Brennan Scarlett came in and knocked Smith to the ground. So they convert, and JJ is now down. So 3 third downs were converted, but now it's a 4th down. And Marshall is already out, and now Watt's on the ground.
Let's take a look down the field. Travis Kelce's wide open. Great move against a cornerback in Jonathan Joseph, but it was the pressure by Scarlett that made him flinch on it just a bit.
Well, the crowd is still, J.J. Watt he's a folk hero here. And I think most of you know what he did in the aftermath of the hurricane. Wound up looking for a couple $100,000 in donations and wound up picking up almost $37 million.
First down, they give it to Dalvin Cook, and he puts the ball on the ground. The first time he's fumbled it all year long. The Lions have it. How about that?
Yeah, and I think he's hurt because he's going to lose his balance, and this doesn't look good. Watch his knee on the cut, right there, his left knee, and you see number 32, Tavon Wilson, put the helmet on the football, but this is scary for the Vikings. See that knee?
And he reached for it right away.
Yeah. That and it's, that's where you hold your collective breath and hope it's nothing serious.
I mean, he reached for it right away, and then Tavon Wilson puts a helmet on the football. Of course, the one that comes to mind is the devastating injury to Teddy Bridgewater prior to the start of last season.
It's a slant route thrown a little bit high by Eli Manning. Oh, and you can see that left ankle underneath the Charger tackler.
And that's the ankle that he injured in the preseason.
And this one is really serious, though.
On the cart, clutching that left ankle area. Beckham despondent.
Yeah, there's the physical pain, obviously, but also the mental frustration and disappointment.
Pass rush coming. And Rodgers, a perfect throw, and simply dropped by Martellus Bennett. It would have been a first down, and Rodgers is hurt.
He took a big hit at the end of that play just as he got it out, and it looked like he might have landed on that right shoulder. That's Anthony Barr. Shoulder, right elbow.
Aaron Rodgers now in his 10th season as a Packers starting quarterback. He's up. I think he's unhappy with that hit after he had released the football, and still following through on the tackle was Anthony Barr.
Well, I partly expected to see a flag at the end of this play, because when he lets it go, you could argue that he was driven, into the turf, but
means penalties.
Tony, did you guys have a lot of penalties on those great defenses in Baltimore?
Yeah, we did. We did. I mean, I don't know if we led the league, but you got to go after them. I mean, the cadences have changed since I played, and we had that great defenses. But teams go into a game with 4, 5, 6 different cadences.
Well, that's going to be another one. That's one for Joyner where you wonder why.
Yeah.
There was no doubt about it that Bridgewater was going to slide, and Mike Zimmer is hot, and you can't blame him. He is really hot. And you know what? You can't blame him. This is a dirty play.
You see him starting his slide. You don't see Joyner totally pulling off. It's almost like at the end, he's trying to turn at the end, but it's too late. He's already launched. And when you see a quarterback going into the slide, everyone knows that's the universal pull off, and LaMarcus Joyner did not.
Cousins out to his left. Can he run for it? No, as he gets hit by Von Bell. That is not good. They got him braced up, and he's the one guy visiting with Kirk Cousins said we cannot afford to lose. And everyone knows how valuable he is, but even the things that don't show up in the stat sheet, the way that he's able to block in pass protection, and he's been the real bright spot for this offense. But it looks to me like they're going to be doing it without him here for the rest of the year.
Well, he's their leading rusher. He's their leading receiver. They just lost him.
Chris Ivory at running back now. Bortles has some time, now in trouble, throws, and it's complete at midfield to Allen Robinson, who comes up grabbing his left leg. And Robinson is now going to head right off towards the Jaguars sideline, but it is good for a first down.
One of the great things about when you're a quarterback is when you have time to throw the football. We talked to Nathaniel Hackett, says he wants Blake Bortles at that certain spot, and this is a bad sign with Allen Robinson going down.
Robinson was trying to get to the sideline, and 3/4 of the way there, he just went to the ground, grabbing his left leg. So a timeout on the field.
Final minute of the first quarter. Glennon over the middle. There's Meredith, another completion. And an easy one to Meredith, who's got himself a first down, and he's down and he's hurt. A 20-yard pickup to Meredith for a team that's already has receiver issues. They've got some injuries, and Meredith, their best receiver, returning from last year.
One left of your screen. Watch the cut. That ball's gone before he makes the break. Great timing. And then on the tackle. That's when he got hurt.
Oh, no. Well, a great start for the Bears has just turned really somber. Just awful scene here as it looks like Cameron Meredith is severely hurt. They have the card out for him, and quite honestly, looking at the replay of the break, it's not a good picture. And Meredith, they put the air cast on his leg, and a nice round of applause. And we're not going to show that picture, and that's fine. You don't need to see it. But, Charles, the thing is, a couple things. Best receiver from a year ago. You see already that he's got chemistry with Glennon, and he's a great story quarterback for St. Joseph High School. He's 15 minutes outside of Soldier Field. Like it's such a feel-good story.
Went to Illinois State to be a quarterback, ended up being a wide receiver.
Yeah, not a good sign. We saw Greg Olson leading the field during the break and favoring that right ankle, that right foot. You see him right at the top of the route here. He just comes out of the break, kind of a non-contact injury, and he starts hobbling on that right foot.
3rd and 10. Trubisky to the end zone. Touchdown, Zach Miller. 25-yard touchdown pass from Trubisky to Miller, and Miller is still down in the end zone.
There's a trust factor, right? You see Zach Miller down in the end zone. Let's see if he finishes this catch. Left hand, holding the ball, still securing the ball. Absolutely. Now, the trust factor that I'm talking about is that Mitchell Trubisky trusts Zach Miller as he goes up and brings it in one hand. And what happens is Mitchell Trubisky throws to a spot. The biggest adjustment, oh, you see his leg right there.
He can't come over and make that play.
First down run by Johnson. Tackled on the play by Avery Williamson. Boy, Cleveland was looking for a shot in the arm offensively, and Kessler has delivered. There are 2 injured Browns players, and boy, this is Joe Thomas here, the Iron Man of Iron Men. Athletic trainers quickly onto the field, and
180.
McCoy to the 45. Now, of late, this has been a big problem for the Bills, Slay, and needs help coming off the field as we take another look at what happens.
He's in the pile. He starts to get tackled, and it's his right foot kind of just buckles underneath him and couldn't put any pressure on it, putting him on the cart. Bud Carpenter, the head trainer, came out. Head coach Sean McDermott came out, and he was visibly upset, pounded the ground a couple of times. The injury hurts, but he realizes how much his team needs him right now.
And you can see the frustration from McCoy while he was down during that last timeout. He accounts for 32% of Buffalo's yards this year. Third most of any player.
They're going to go with 5 wides, including Escobar,
who's going to come in motion right here at the bottom of your screen.
Former Cowboy tight end, just signed a couple of days ago. Flacco rolling and running, and he's going to have to, not the ball comes out, helmet's off, flags are down. It was Kiko Alonso who delivered the blow. Flacco's on his feet.
And Harbaugh's yelling at Alonso right now. He's in Alonso's face. Harbaugh is livid. You just lost your quarterback for the game, and Harbaugh knows that. This is a, watch this, Joe with a good run, slides.
Bends his head, helmet comes jarringly off.
And it's definitely a penalty as the quarterback gives himself up and he leans that arm in there. That's not okay. Well, look, he knows he's going down, and at the end right there, he leans it down. Alonso way too aggressive. Quarterback's giving himself up. You need to at least show restraint at the end of that, and I think probably ends the night. Look at those. Harbaugh knows what just happened. He just knows that he probably lost his quarterback for the night, and this guy just took a cheap shot possibly at him.
Look at the almost look of shock in the eyes of Flacco.
Well, he's going to be in the concussion protocol.
No question. He's
100%.
already been taken inside. Ryan Mallett is his backup.
This has to be a penalty. I mean, it's...
Personal foul. Defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
I've been there where the defensive player, as he's coming down to hit you, doesn't have time to let up. In that specific case, I thought he had time to at least throttle back at the end. And you got Ryan Mallett coming in now. Watch right here. See that? You see him going down, and he almost lunges right there at the end.
Look at Joe immediately trying to put his hand up, his finger up in the air. He knew right away that